As our great nation continues her traction towards the attainment of our much-desired accelerated industrial revolution plan, the importance of skills, competences, and indeed the development of our teeming youth population in relevant technical skills and competences cannot be overemphasized.
The height of urinal bowl should be 3 feet, not less than 3 feet. You consider which is 900 mm.
SkillUp is an industry-backed technical skills competency development solution focused on developing practical skills and competences to cover prevailing skills gaps.
The inspiration for SkillUp actually began 2007, and we did have this project in Port Harcourt. And I do remember the first day we got to site and the owner rep met us. It was like, we're our people. And we're like, this is us now. I mean, the 5 of us. He said, is it you that will carry the block? Is it you that will do the work? I said, of course now. We would get, we'll get our artisans, our skilled men from within. And he laughed. What we realized very early on was that a lot of them would come to site. They want to resume work at 10. And once it's about 3, 4, they begin to drag their feet, they want to leave. And so that was problem 1. Problem 2 now was competency level was very, very low. And that's the beginning of the story of SkillUp. So by the time the project finished, we came back to Lagos and as a consulting firm, so we commissioned several researches, desktop researches, trying to understand what's the root cause of this problem.
SkillUp is an education to employment initiative that seeks to integrate an end-to-end solution. It begins by capturing the needs of the specific industry in the design and rollout of its skills training and plugging back the output of the training into the industry. This synergy stimulates the local economies of the nation by providing our youth the opportunity to acquire relevant skills and skills upgrade that successfully plugs them within industrial value chain to offer improved service offerings.
We have here our cable, the contactor, the auxiliary block, the overload relay, and this consists of 2 sessions, the power session as well as the control session. That is, we don't just want this power to get to this motor, we want to have a situation whereby we can control it.
There's a debt of the skill set to develop this skills, this development in Nigeria. And the bigger issue for us is that because of that lack of skill set, you find that it's actually costing us much more. So that's why you would always see that our construction costs are higher in Nigeria compared to other countries. So we said to ourselves that we need to support these programs from the start up, such that we can actually engage the technicians and the workers that would actually become part of our team in the future.
It is an initiative in partnership with governments currently piloting with the Lagos State government under the auspices of the Lagos State Technical and Vocational Education Board, LASTVEB, renowned global technical and vocational qualification awarding body, City and Guilds of London, and the industry.
The chief driver of this project was His Excellency, the immediate past governor of Lagos State. And we thought, look, why don't you give your students, in addition to the national certification, why don't you give them international certification too? And precisely the City and Guilds, so that they won't be discriminated against when they go to look for work in oil and gas services, in manufacturing, in construction. And we came up to say, look, get SkillUps. Let's, we partner with SkillUps. They say, SkillUp, let's come together. Public-private partnership is our strength in Lagos State. Let's see how we deliver a City and Guild Center. And we took one of our colleges, the Government Technical College Ikorodu, and here we are today. We're happy to say that we've seen some of the SkillUp products graduating. We know most of them are certified already, international certification. Already we know so many of them are in the Gulf states of Qatar, UAE, Kuwait and all that. Most of the students are there already because they possess an international certification. And going forward again, we want to see a lot of them occupying spaces in oil and gas services.
Through SkillUp Academy and the various technical skills competency development programs offered, we are dedicated to the actualization of the SkillUp dream, which is developing Nigerian youth into competent enterprise builders and wealth creators.
We make this kitchen cabinet. First, we went to the market to buy quarter plywood. After then we went to the department where we have our supervisors telling us on how to make it, where to cut, and secondly, we take them to the machine to cut it into various sizes and start putting the fittings, and after fittings, coupling them. As you can see now, we can now use it.
When people say there's no job, there is no job, I keep telling them that there are jobs, because every now and then we get requests from companies that they need so-so person and so-so person. The problem is that they don't have skilled personnel to fill those positions. That is what we are doing to bridge the gap between the skill and the knowledge, whereby our trainees can easily fit into any industry that they find themselves in. If you pass through our training program, you don't need to be retrained before you can play a role in anywhere you find yourself. If you look at the expatriates that are coming here, basically most of them went through technical schools. They are not graduates, and they come here, they collect dollars. The same job that a graduate of our training can do, and even doing better than them. With us in the industry, and for those that want to really learn skill, this issue of unemployment will be reduced to minimal if the young ones can go after skill training.
Our commitment to reversing this ugly trend by investing in the training and development of young and competent technicians who are not only employable but also an army of enterprise builders and wealth creators was fully ignited by our pilot collaboration with the Lagos State government as part of the celebrated TVET reform success of the BRF administration.
Well, this is a pillar drilling machine, and we are about to drill a hole of 8 mm. As we are grinding, we need to observe some safety precautions like the eye goggles and your hand gloves to avoid chips from falling into the eyes. Okay, this is 8 mm.
In order to ensure a global acceptance of our program, we sought the partnership of City and Guilds of London as our certification awarding body and were granted the approval in September 2012 and unveiled officially in February 2013.
So far, we've conducted a couple of City and Guilds exams, which holds twice in a year, June and December every year. We certify all the trainees from Technical Training School, TTC, Ikeja, MBC plant. And then we have several other candidates who work in the industry at the moment. 7UP, we have about 20% of them, and then we have scattered a couple of them from other industries.
City and Guilds exam was a big thing for me because it has as a qualification to get me this job that I'm doing. In Nigeria, it's a country that you need some certificates to get jobs. But because my company knows about City and Guilds and others, I was privileged to get the job.
Both the students and staff have actually been enjoying this program because the staff too, I'm also one of the staff that actually enjoyed the SkillUp training because I was given an international training by a City and Guilds expert from South Africa.
Before wedding can take place, there must be what is called edge preparation. The material to be welded, known as a parent metal, has to be prepared. Here we have the open corner joint. Now it has been welded and it has become open corner weld metal.
In 2014, we launched the Academy through the introduction of the following programs: SkillUp Employability industrial training, SkillUp Ambassadors, annual summer boot camp. SkillUp Employability Industrial Trainee, designed to acculturate the graduates of our technical colleges to the world of industrial work.
Just of recent, 10 of them came through the SkillUp to Prolific to have their internship. And those guys, they've been really encouraging, and this should not be the last. At least if we can have that every year, I'm very sure in years to come, we won't have the problem we are facing in the plumbing industry.
In terms of employing the SkillUp graduates, for us it's not a big deal because we've trained them. So practically they are products of SkillUp and our own products as well. So now at the end of the training program they have with the SkillUp curriculum and SkillUp organization, it's easy for us to take them, which of course there are about 10 of them at the moment, and we plan taking about 6-7 of them, after the graduation.
SkillUp Ambassadors, which is our annual CSR to our host center, Government Technical College, GTC Ikorodu. We offer scholarships to top 10 graduating class of specific trades, 2014 electrical, this year 2015 plumbing.
This is the elbow after the installation of the elbow and the adapter into the cistern. So we have to key the elbow down to it. If I came up for this SkillUp program, the only things I can do there is the PVC, joining of the PVC pipe, because within this area here, that's what we use there mostly. But after joining the SkillUp program, I got much experience there, working at Lekki, all those island sites. There are a lot of things there. They don't use PVC, they only use it for the soil. So the experience I gained there, that was the fixing of the MCO pipe and the PPL. So I'm proud being a plumber, and I think I can do anything that is within MCO pipe and PPL. In future, I can see myself as a great plumber that is going to lead as a good role model to all other plumbers in Nigeria.
In SkillUp, we have two aspects, theory aspect and IT industrial training. During my industrial training with SkillUp, we went to Prolific. I learned how to wedge the pipe called PPR together. I mean, for wash and basin, for the waste, and for the supply.
Annual Summer Boot Camp is an extensive 3-week program as an introductory appetizer to the world of skills acquisition, particularly for younger youths of secondary schools and beyond.
I want you to make use of your 9-volt battery, connect your 1 kilo ohms and your 470 kilo ohms in series, in parallel with both 3.3 kilo ohms and 10 kilo ohms connected to the LED. And once this is done, these two poles serve as your terminals that you need to put into the glass cup. Once this one detects the water, this LED should light up.
According to our electrical diagram on the board, we have a 9-volt battery, the resistor, and you can see that the bulb is off. And when we put these two probes on the glass of water, the light comes up. Basically, in our own course, I've learned a lot. As in capacitor, I've known how to calculate capacitor, transformer, and I can like voltage, resistance, all those stuff. Then I've known a lot about it.
With the emergence of the SkillUp Academy since January 2014 and the certification since June 2013, it has been an encouraging story in the areas of training and human capital development. Over these few months of operation, the Academy's training achievements are shown in the table on the screen.
I'm at Dangote Academy. We're undergoing an implant with Dangote Academy.
and so far so good. It's been very awesome. Been taught a lot of stuff about electrical installation, and then before going to Dangote Academy, my experience with SkillUp was very great, awesome. Taught me a lot of stuff about electrical installation, lots of stuff. So when I got to Dangote Academy, most of the stuff there was not new to me. So I had to like blend in. Blending in was so much easier for me with SkillUp.
SkillUp really upgraded me. Before, I know a little about electrical. I know how wire is being connected. I do little electrical works, but I don't know the basics in electrical. But when I undergo the training under City and Guides, they taught me a lot of things. Then I know basic of electrical, how electricity is being generated, and now I'm not addressed as an electrical man, but an electrical engineer. Wherever I work, I put it there that I'm a SkillUp ambassador.
As a graduate of SkillUp and then as a service engineer, it requires me to travel a lot because most of our machines are here and there in the world. I work in Kronos SCS West Africa. I cover West Africa on labeling technology. So most times I'm not around, I move around working on machines. It was nice, stressful. You have to learn, you have to go for trainings.
This year, 2015, on Monday, October 12, we would be graduating 3 sets totaling 113 of our Young Technicians program. Plumbing ambassadors, who are the top 10 2015 plumbing graduation class of GTC Ikorodu, co-sponsored by ARM Properties.
It's an exciting one for us. We started with just this one program. It's something that we really think that would not just benefit us, but also benefit the industry and Nigeria as a whole. I think what SkillUp is doing is something that is actually needed. It's a pity that others didn't see the opportunity, but it's something that organizations like ours see the need for the shortage in the skill set and would always continue to support such programs in the future.
Employability Industrial Training for River State Youths are sponsored by the World Bank, C4. Graduates of our 2015 SkillUp Bootcamp sponsored by Industrial Training Fund, ITF.
TVET, by TVET I mean Technical Vocational Education and Training, is perhaps the most expensive form of education and than any other form of education. Because with TVET, like I said, you are not just talking about head knowledge. You're not just trying to transfer principles. You're actually transferring both principles and competencies. And competencies don't come from the sky. Competencies only come from practice. And so for you to practice means that you must have access to the equipment, you must have access to the tools, you must have access to the consumables, to the materials. Now, what's more challenging is that once the consumable has been used, it cannot be reused. So when you add all of that, you can begin to then understand why TVET is not cheap.
Today, as we welcome you to our 2015 graduation ceremony, we also use this occasion to call on all our invited guests to partner with us in accentuating the voice of sustainable technical skills competency development and also linking these skills to the enormous job opportunities available in the market.
SkillUp!